Hey everyone, it's Ivan with kitbadger.com out here for a first look at something pretty awesome from Genesis Arms. If you follow my content on other platforms like maybe X, you probably saw a pretty cool video of me building this and know exactly what it is. And to that end, I do know exactly what this is. Definitely not an unboxing because I literally went to Genesis Arms, really cool company, local to me up in North Idaho, and got to build this thing. Bam, as a magazine falls. Which, man, I should probably show you this case because the case is actually pretty cool. Let me move my camera so you can take this in. So this case is actually made for Genesis Arms by Savior Equipment, and start with this outside portion, Velcro field along there if you want to put stuff on there. Inside, more Velcro so you can mount whatever you want in here. I have a bunch of magazines in here, as well as the shoulder strap, should I want to carry it like that. I like actually the kind of suitcase handles they have on the case itself. But then opening the main compartment, boom, this thing made by and for Kit Badger. I could probably take that off now. But inside here, you have these straps. You can of course move them wherever you want them. Secure your gun in here. And then also these guys, which you can move around too, which are mag pouches, secure these 10 rounders. But yeah, man, this thing is pretty cool. I am super excited to shoot this Gen-12 shotgun by Genesis Arms. 5-inch barrel on this thing. And then right here it is, before I misspeak, the Hux Works, it's their Ventum 12K suppressor. And yeah, this thing is amazing. And largely with this, you get away from some of the downsides of a shotgun. I know there's people out there, I love shotguns. They're fun. They're fun in the same way driving a manual transmission is fun, because you're just more involved in the process. Are they more efficient? I would argue they probably are not. With respect to getting these things, or one, keeping a shotgun loaded. Pretty sure Clint Smith, direct quote, the problem with shotguns, they're always unloaded. You're just so limited with respect to just constantly feeding that tube versus tac reload, combat reload, whatever, topping this thing back off with 10 rounds. Pretty amazing. And you can do that obviously very quick. And the on-ramp to proficiency is way shorter than trying to figure out how to quad load. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but it is absolutely like its own niche kind of little discipline game type thing. Versus taking out a mag, shoving the new mag in, send the bolt, and you're good to go. So with all of that said, I'm finally gonna get to shoot this for the first time. Man, as much as I want to shoot a cold start target, I don't know if it would be the best use of like 16, 12 gauge slugs. And if I shot it with birdshot, obviously, like who knows where, I'd just shred the entire target. So I'm actually going to use this opportunity to get this thing zeroed with slugs. Ivan, why an EOTech? Well, as of filming this, my understanding, EOTechs are the one optic that this gun has not broken. Again, it's a 12 gauge. It is violent. And yeah, my understanding is EOTechs hold up great. And bonus, they're also awesome for night vision, so it'll be fun getting reps with this under nods too. But right now, I'm gonna jam up some mags and get this thing printed on paper back there. Right here, I have some Federal Premium Law Enforcement Tactical Maximum Hydershock Hollow Point Rifled Slugs. So on the list of things I don't want to get shot with, man, this is really, really close to the top. Something of note is, if you think about most things you load, they do not have a rim on the case. Shotgun shells, of course, do. And so when you load these, you essentially push them straight down and then all the way back, seat them against kind of the back wall of the magazine, and again, down, all the way back. Just a little nuance compared to if you're used to just shooting like ARs, where you just pretty much just smash those things straight down. because you don't want these to basically get stacked on top of each other or behind each other rather. Not going to work out well. So man, yeah, I do still kind of want to shoot that cold start, but not a good use of ammo. So load this up, one more, and yeah, get after zeroing. And since we have the technology, let's see what these slugs are doing. Continue. Rifle. My guess is it's under 1,700 feet per second. All right. That should pick that up there. And let's see if we're on paper. I'm at about 20 yards right here. Going hot. Is a 12 gauge slug. As such, I can definitely see that I am on paper. I need to come up and write a tiny bit. And that was 1096. I just put some very bold adjustments on here. So send another round, see where we're at. We definitely came up and right, but need to come up a little bit more. That one was 1105. I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot one more round from here and then back up to 50, which is where I want to actually zero this thing. That was actually pretty close. All right, let's back it up. 1090.6. Shooting shotgun, you definitely have wadding. So first shot was here, overcorrect. I probably shouldn't have put any windage on that. Overcorrected a little bit, then overcorrected, but essentially got my elevation to where it needs to be. And man, this is one of my very favorite things, as simple as it is, target pacer, which is pretty nice considering what this does to a target. A little more life out of it. But right now that I know where I'm at, I'm gonna go ahead and move back to 50 yards where I wanna actually zero that gun with the slugs and yeah, get a group. Probably shouldn't have been adjusting any windage. Like, let's be realistic on a certain level. 12 gauge slugs out of a 5-inch barrel. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm back here at 50 yards. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a 5-shot group and see where it's printed. Now that I know I should at least be on paper. Quick aside, I'm watching a giant tree that got cut down probably a couple years ago just explode behind my target. All right, the last one was 1084. It says my average over these shots is 1089. Man. All right, let's see what I got. I wonder where I impacted this target. All right, this I can absolutely work with. Also, man, RIP vertical stick. About time to replace that one, I guess. All right, move that group over. I'm actually honestly really pleased with that. 50 yard, 5-shot group. I'll take that. Just need to get it zero now. Yeah, averaging 1085. All right, I got these right here. I gotta spray me. I do need to probably come over a tiny bit more. I'm not gonna shoot a whole nother, I'm not gonna shoot a whole nother group to basically confirm that. I'm gonna put 2 2 clicks on it and call it good and do some other shooting on the steel. Definitely putting up some pretty impressive numbers with that ammo. I'm still back here at 50 yards, magazine of 1 round, extendo back pocket reload. This might be a big ask, not necessarily for the gun, but me as a shooter. There's a 6-inch circle, I'm not going to shoot that right now, and a reduced BC. So we'll do a little 1 reload 1 and see if I can hit that steel. This thing is so cool. Recoil is actually amazing. It sounds pretty good. Not really willing to take my ear pro off because I already have tinnitus. But details. First shot, 2.3, 7.71 second reload. I couldn't even tell you why I bothered putting the safety on or pulling the mag. I'm pretty sure it would have dropped free, but try that again real quick. Tack reloading a empty magazine to set the drill up because I can, and let's go again. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, 2.71, 6.08 reload, 8.79. I was thinking to myself, man, why was that reload so slow? Got an AR platform gun. Then I was like, oh, it was the second shot that the shot timer picked up, and it was me going slow, trying to make sure I got that hit at 50 yards on a reduced BC with a 12 gauge slug. So we'll do it one more time. Just off the right. Sometimes you miss, like that time right there. First shot, 2.85, 4.53 till my second shot, which was actually a hit. But yeah, this thing's cool. Gonna, yeah, go up closer and shoot some other ammo that I have and see what happens. So I have some Fiocchi 7/8 ounce low recoil slugs loaded on top of some Royal Buck, yeah, 21 pellet RIP uprights. But right now, 1 reload 1 just to get more reps. Got 1 slug in here. I'm now at 30 yards because I wasn't going to re-zero, and I honestly didn't even print to see where it was. So, we'll try that 6-inch circle and see what happens there. Nope. Give it one more. These are definitely shooting somewhere else. See if they're on that reduced BC. All right, that one will work. And I think I only have 2 slugs left. All right. Definitely know when you hit it. First shot, 2.11, 4.74 seconds to that second shot, total time 6.85. I'm about to shoot that buckshot and see what happens. Since 2x4s are not cheap, I don't know, probably about as much as eggs these days, I'm gonna go ahead and Probably just stick to that reduced BC and yeah, see what we get. Some of them definitely hit. I'm gonna make sure that I pasted everything on my cardboard and print this at 20 or I guess 30 yards right here. All right, I have two 21 pellet low recoil Buckshot in here. Everything's taped up, so we'll see if we have 42 pellets in that paper. Let's see what we see. Short answer is no. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Got about half of them in there. I will obviously at a later date do a better job actually printing this on fresh, clean cardboard and actually probably prone out or something and get a really good shot at like 25 yards, see how it prints with various loads. But yeah, I'll take it. Didn't want to be that guy. Here I'm at 5 yards, Winchester Super Target, light target load, 2 3/4, 1 1/8 ounce, 7.5 shot. Probably the cheapest ammo you can find. So how fast can I put 10 rounds into that piece of cardboard right there that we're pretty much done shooting, because pretty soon it's just going to be more pasties than cardboard. But let's find out. The answer, 3.01 seconds. This thing is really amazing and incredibly controllable. Real quick, with respect to those 10 rounds, I guess in fairness, that first shot didn't even break till 0.87. And then it was 0.25, 0.25, 0.22, 0.23, 0.22, 0.24, 0.24, 0.25, 0.24 split. This thing's pretty amazing. Granted, generous target, but man, thing's pretty cool. I am really excited about this gun. One, honestly, it's really cool when you get to build it and actually see how this thing works. There's some really cool magic in here, which as a result is patented and pretty closely guarded. But this thing shoots so incredibly smooth. And I am looking forward to putting in a lot of time and a lot of rounds with this. Probably end up shooting at a shotgun course too. And eventually, of course, I'll bring you guys a full review. I will actually do a good job and pattern a number of ammos, because genuinely curious. Again, talking like a 5-inch barrel, which is pretty impressive. And then, I don't know if you saw this target or you can even tell, basically this thing is, the whole thing had moved like 45-degree angle. Probably a slug impacted over here. We're just like, kicked it off to the side. But this gun is rad, having a lot of fun with it. When I put out that full review, it will be there, and probably leading up to it, there'll be some more content. Like I said, probably gonna shoot this in a shotgun class, so be on the lookout for that too. But as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Nobody move, nobody get hurt, they said. Make one wrong move, man, you wake up dead.